Have you ever gone to a networking event? Gone to a place where people are speaking and talking and sharing ideas? And the people who truly stand out, the people that you are most likely going to remember their names, they're the people that you're going to remember what they were talking about. You will even remember how they were dressing, what they presented. You will always find that you have kept their contact and you will probably contact them later on. They're people who inspire you. They're people whose conversations are exciting to you. And we're going to talk about how to pitch yourself, how to have a personal pitch that is going to allow you to win business or get a wonderful job. Thing is, people interact with many people, all sorts of people who have different personality, who have different characteristics. But we truly enjoy the company of the people who stand out, the people who are able to present themselves in a certain way, who are able to speak about certain things in a certain way, and we always remember them. And these are the people who will always get the jobs, the right jobs, they're the people who will always get the business, the people who will get the big commissions in any business that is involved in marketing, the people who are going to have people who remember them. They will have bigger networks. And even when they lose a job, they can easily talk to a few people and secure a job easily. These are the kind of people I'm talking about. They're able to position themselves personally by pitching themselves in a way that is going to impress anyone and everyone. Let me give you a challenge. You are stuck in a lift and you're stuck with the most important person who could be either change your business, they're going to give you money for your business, or going to help you grow your business because they have other businesses that are related to you but much more successful. Or you are stuck in this elevator with somebody who works or who is a top notch in this company that you have been eyeing to go to. How are you going to speak to them in a way that is going to enable you increase the chances of you getting either a job or getting business? Remember, doors are always there, windows are always there, but you have to be the kind of person who can open these doors and these windows. So the first thing that you need to understand is the problem that the other person is facing. A lot of people are always desperate when they meet the kind of people who can change their lives. You always want to tell them about your problems. You always want to tell them about your issues. The thing is, no one is truly interested in your problems. They will just see you as a person who is desperate for either their money or desperate for a job or desperate for an opportunity. People are not interested in your problems. However, if you talk about their problems in a way that you are not accusing them of anything, in a way that is not pointing them out, but rather showing that you understand from where they come from, they truly do appreciate. When you talk to, say, for example, a psychotherapist or a therapist, and you are talking about a certain issue, maybe you're struggling with a mental issue, and they talk about this mental issue in a way that opens your mind, you're more likely going to open up and willing to listen to them. You're probably going to have a more successful issue. However, think about it. When you go to a therapist who is more likely advising you rather than listening to you or speaking about your problem in a way that doesn't seem accusatory, that you're most likely going to love this therapist. The same with people when you meet them. They're not interested in your problem, but when you speak about their problem in the way that they understand, then they think that this is the kind of person that understands where I come from. Now it does not stop there. Don't just talk about their problem. Start talking about solutions. If it is a company that is involved in, say, marketing, talk about the challenges, talk about social media and how the opportunities could be used to be able to market this business. Talk about a solution to them so that they think about solutions, think about you. Because people are not interested in speaking about problems all the time. They want to know that you understand their problem, but they also want a solution. They want somebody who is speaking in a way that is going to provide a solution. People are attracted to solution providers. Have you seen that the friends that you make, the ones that are constantly nagging you about their problems, are the kind that you're probably not closer to? But the ones that talk about solutions, the ones that talk about ways that you can be able to find a problem, a solution to a problem, and the kind of friends that attract you. It's the same way. Talk about solutions because people are also interested in solution. The other thing is, for people to truly remember you, you need to tell your story in a personal way. You go in a networking event and you're a doctor, and all you say is, "My name is George, I am a doctor." Then somebody says, "Hi, my name is George. I help people elevate stress, elevate problems, and be able to live a longer and more fruitful life. In other words, I am a doctor. That is the person that you're most likely going to remember because of this personal speech. And where they put a personal story to it is where you remember. And that is where personal interest stories are always important because they're not always the same. A doctor may talk about medicine, and another one may talk about medicine. But then when they speak about it, the most interesting is the one who is going to personalize this story, that is, stop being generic and more personal. So bring a personal twist to your story. If you're a business person, talk about how you started. What was your aha moment that you thought, wow, this is a wonderful business? Talk about that moment. Talk about the things that you are facing and your mental space at that time. Give a personal story because people are interested in your story. People invite you to a business to be able to pitch your business to get financing. They're not interested in you talking about their competition, but they're interested to see, is this person also passionate about it? This because when business is not doing well, the people who are going to stick it out are the people who are passionate about what they do. And the only way you can be able to show how passionate you are about what you do is giving your personal story. The other thing that you need to understand is people are not interested in titles. People are not interested in who you are, in what you do. They're not interested in the achievements that you've made. They're more interested in who you are. People work with people. If you go to an interview, people are not interested in whether you're manager as much as they're interested in who are you really. This is because they will interact with this person on a day-to-day basis and not the titles that they hold. Not how much managerial experience you have that they're going to interact with on a day-to-day basis, but who you are truly as a person. If you come out as rude or crude or arrogant, they're most likely going to avoid you, even though you may exude the confidence to be able to do the job. But because of these other externalities of your personality that are not exactly exciting, they're most likely going to give somebody else. This is because the people work with people. Go to any organization and they will tell you that we can teach skills, but you cannot teach attitude. And that is why most organizations prefer somebody with a great attitude rather than a person who has great skills. This is because skills can be learned, skills can be acquired, but a bad attitude, no one can be able to change. The other thing that you need to understand when you're pitching yourself to this employer, to pitching yourself to get this business, is you need to speak a lot less. Have you ever gone or spoken to a marketing person and they speak and they speak and they speak and you wander off and you are like, when will this end? It's the same thing. Learn how to speak in a way that will interest the other person to want to listen to you more because you also allow them to be able to speak. This is because it is a conversation and not a monologue. You need to allow the other person to be able to speak. People who feel that you have listened to them are more likely going to open up even more. You speak in an interview and you listen to the person a lot more. You're most likely going to allow them to speak a lot more. You are either going to understand more, even if you do not get the business or the job, you're going to understand from where they come from and the things they appreciate because you listened, as opposed to when you were just speaking and speaking and speaking. It goes either way. The people who speak and speak and speak and speak are sometimes going to disadvantage themselves because they do not allow the other person to speak. And this is going to bring out the attitude that you do not like listening to others. You do not like allowing others to work in a team together. You do not allow others to give their opinion. You are a know-it-all. You do not want to bring that out because you need to have the ability to be able to show others that you can listen to them and you can be able to work together because a lot of people appreciate this in a person. This is because most ideas do not may come from one person, but they are implemented by many people. But when you show that you are speaking a lot and you want to control the conversation, then it becomes a little bit problematic. Don't be that marketing person that most people switch off when the person starts speaking. Because at the end of the day, people are not interested in everything you have to say, but they're interested in little bits and pieces, and they're more interested in what they have to say. So remember, the key things is speak less, because sometimes speaking less can be a lot better, especially if the other person is speaking a lot more. And the thing is, talk about their problems rather than your problems, because they're interested in solving their problem. Which brings to the next point. Talk about the solution. People are not interested in all your problems and all these things. Square out your pitch in a 1 minute thing. In fact, call it an elevator pitch. An elevator pitch, and a pitch you can be able to give in 15 seconds to 1 minute and be able to tell a whole story that is going to give somebody an appointment, or give you an appointment to meet somebody and have a lot more to speak about. Think about your personal story. What are the things that you believe in? What are the things you're passionate about? This is because passionate people are attractive people. Show your passion in the thing that you do. Do not be the doctor that we are talking about who only says that I am a doctor. They only talk about the duties and the tasks they undertake, but they do not talk about the impact that they make, because people are interested in impact and passion rather than tasks and skills. Remember, if it is a job position, everyone has written their duties. I was doing this, I was doing this, I was doing this. But what is going to make you more a standout as opposed to the people who've written the same exact duties? It is a passion and a personal story that you're going to give. I hope that you are learning, you're growing, and you're becoming better in your financial affairs. Remember to leave a comment in the comment section. I'm always interested in hearing what you have to say. Remember to subscribe to the channel and keep tuned as you enjoy the day. Thank you.